Alright, this is working perfect. Hey guys, sorry I couldn't be there right now. Maybe as my team's told you, I was in a bit of a car accident yesterday and I'm feeling like garbage. So this is my contribution to them. But anyway, I was doing stand 3, so in stand 3A was dominated by red maple. You can see all the details there. I'm not really going to get into it. What I'm going to focus on is why this site is the way it is. And I think it's because red maple seedlings can survive in coniferous needle litter. And that's why it outcompetes balsam fir. So the one white pine you see right there at the end of the species composition, that was a king white pine. I think it was like 64 centimeters DBH. It was clearly much older than anything else in the forest, and it would have been there much, much longer than anything else. That means it would have been dropping needles and making the soil more acidic over time, well before the red maple became established. And this is kind of backed up by the fact that there's wintergreen there. Wintergreen likes to grow in more acidic soils. And because red maple has a larger pH range that it can survive in, it outcompeted balsam fir to become the dominant canopy there. Another reason it probably did that is the deeper LFH. Red maple likes deep, nutrient-rich soil, whereas balsam prefers well-drained. And because this site was actually close to a swamp, one of the going theories was that during the spring and the early summer snowmelt, that swamp would rise and flood this site. So red maple seedlings are also very tolerant of flooding, which is another reason it would have survived and outcompeted balsam fir, again, because balsam fir likes the well-drained soils. For wildlife, just something a little interesting, we saw a possible deer rub, so there's a picture of it right on the right. I wasn't sure if it was deer rub or sun scald. It was a little bit older, the edges were a little bit more calloused, but it was an irregular shape, and I just thought it was something interesting. I just feel like an idiot for not having taken a picture of it. Moving on to 3B. This one, there's a little bit of a visual discrepancy, I guess. Rob's going to show you the map in a second, and we have red dots for each site, and then two, I think it's gray dots for the plot we did at each site, or the two plots we did at each site. And for site 3, for site 3, we were trying to get a little bit of variance in where we sampled. So we took stand 3A, we were looking for stand 3B, and it turned out that the spot we found that was a good representation of the area was actually really, really close to where the actual site 3 was. So Rob's going to show you the map, and the site 3 waypoint is there. It's just hiding beneath stand 3B waypoint, the stand 3B waypoint. So I just wanted to explain that a little bit first. But anyway, you can see here the canopy, balsam fir and red maple are actually co-dominant here. So that's interesting in contrast to stand 3A. And why this is the shallower LFH layer restricts red maple growth. Again, red maple likes deep, nutrient-rich soils, and this was not a deep soil. This was an elevated, kind of an elevated site. It was on a slab of bedrock, so you can look at the soil, 2 centimeter LFH, 10 centimeter A horizon, not that much deeper under that, you would have hit bedrock. So any precipitation that would have fallen would have gone straight through the LFH, straight through the A layer, and kind of just run off along. Stop calling me. Sorry. Would have gone straight through the soil and run off the bedrock, allowing balsam fir to have its well-drained soil and limiting red maple growth because of its shallow, because of the shallow soil, because red maple needs deep, nutrient-rich soil. Another thing to note here, and kind of lending to the low nutrient capacity of the site, was that any herbaceous or shrub cover we found was very, very sparse. I mean, we had a few different species, as you can see there, but nothing was really growing. So that was just kind of a little point on top of the nutrient rich or the nutrient poor site. And yeah, that's my bit. Hopefully this works out.